Let me share with you a little story from a friend of mine. Don't worry, I already got their permission. So, my friend has been learning English for 5 years now, and gotta say, they are pretty confident. Until last week. They met up with a foreign friend at a coffee shop. Everything was going smoothly until the foreign friend casually asked, "So, what do you usually do on weekends?" As my friend described, their brain suddenly turned completely blank, and their mouth could only utter few random words. I knew every word in that sentence, they told me. Weekend, usually, do, but I couldn't say anything back. They were super confused, but me, I'm actually not surprised at all. I've heard this story too many times. You can understand English well, but when it's time to speak, your brain freezes. Have you ever felt the same way? If yes, make sure to stay with me till the end. In this video, I'll walk you through simple steps to break through that speaking block so you can start using English naturally at school, at work, or just chatting with friends. Why you understand English well but can't speak, and 5 tips to finally fix it. So, why do you understand English but can't speak fluently? Reason number 1. Understanding is a passive skill, but speaking is an active one. English learners are very familiar with the skills of reading, listening, speaking, writing, and so on. But not many people tell you that these skills are from completely different groups, passive and active. To be specific, reading, listening, or understanding English in general is passive. Your brain is receiving information, not producing it, while speaking is an active skill that requires you as a producer of words and ideas. To visualize this, it's like watching cooking shows every day for a year, but never actually stepping into the kitchen. You know all the ingredients, all the steps, but you can't make the dish. Regarding English, you might watch hours of Netflix with English subtitles and feel so great because you understand it all. But that does not mean you can speak like people you see in movies and shows, because your brain never builds those speaking muscles. The result? You know the words, but can't use them. Reason number 2, you learn words and grammar separately. Most English learners have spent years memorizing vocabulary lists and grammar rules. You understand basic verb tenses, like past, present, and future, and know verbs like help, think, go. But the problem is this: knowing individual words is not the same as knowing how to use them in sentences. If you've never practiced with phrases when it comes to speaking, your brain has to build sentences from scratch in real time under pressure. And that's where things break down. Imagine trying to build a Lego house during a competition, but you only have single blocks, no instruction manual, and no experience building before. You freeze, not because you don't have the pieces, but because you don't know how to put them together. It's the same with English. You know help and this, but when someone says, "Would you mind helping me with this?" it feels new, because you've never practiced saying it as one phrase, right? So you pause, try to build the sentence, and go blank. Reason number 3, you think in your native language first. Finally, there's the problem of already capable of forming sentences, but your sentences do not sound natural. Because when it comes to speaking, many English learners still take a detour. Think in their first language, then translate to English. The problem is that English and other languages don't always follow the same word order or expressions. So when you translate directly, you risk sounding off. It's like trying to dance with choreography for a different song. Your timing is off, your movements don't match, and you feel confused. For example, you want to say your age. If I translate from my language to English, the sentence will be, "How many years do you have?" which makes no sense in English. That's why learning to think in English is important. Even simple thoughts like, "I'm in a hurry," or "It's not a big deal," are the key to speaking naturally and fluently. So now you know, understanding English and speaking it are two completely different skills. But the good news is, no matter your reason, there are ways to fix it, and that's exactly what we'll explore next. 5 tips to finally improve your English speaking skill. Tip number 1. Learn in phrases, not single words. I have met people who brag that they know 1,000 English words. It feels productive, but individual words mean very little when it comes to speaking. In English, we have a thing called lexical chunks. These are groups of words your brain stores and recalls together, and they're what you will actually use when speaking, not isolated words. So, next time you learn a word, don't stop there. Look up phrases in which the word commonly appears. Even note down certain sentences where the word is used. For example, if today you learn the word advise, which means to tell people what you think they should do, also learn, "Can you advise me on this? I strongly advise against it. My doctor advised me to get more rest. Why do I advise you to do this?" Because you won't have to build your sentences from zero every time you speak. And practicing full, natural sentences will gradually build speaking fluency. Tip number 2. Practice speaking by topic. One reason many learners can't speak fluently is that they try to learn all of English at once. It's overwhelming, and your brain doesn't know what to say when the time comes. Personally, I would like to call it thematic learning. It means my brain works better when learning words and sentences in context under one clear topic. So instead of memorizing random phrases, choose one topic each week, especially something close to your life. Food, family, work, hobbies, travel, and many more. Then write 5 to 10 sentences that you actually want to say. Let's take food as an example. Everyone loves food, yes? You can easily list 5 words: noodles, salad, seasoning, fry, appetizer, and so on. And 5 daily sentences. I'm starving. Want a bite? Save me some. Dig in. That hit the spot. And so on. You can already see the number of words you can learn from a topic that you will actually talk about. You're not just learning English, you're learning your English. Tip number 3. Watch yourself while speaking. A surprising yet powerful tip is to watch yourself while you speak. Most learners just practice in their head or on paper, but without actual feedback, it's hard to grow. There's a concept called self-monitoring, which means observing your performance to improve it. And no, you do not really need feedback from other people. When you record your voice or speak in front of a mirror, you can activate this feedback loop. So here are some ways to do it. Talking in front of a mirror. Look into your eyes, watch your facial expressions. Recording your voice speaking, then listen back. Are your words clear? Is your voice confident? Filming a short vlog about your life. Choose any topic to talk about. Today I had noodles for lunch, for example. You can instantly notice areas to improve: pronunciation, rhythm, and even your expressions. Doing this regularly helps you build self-awareness, confidence, and real progress. Tip number 4. Use speaking-based learning methods. As mentioned above, reading and listening are very different from speaking. So one of the biggest mistakes learners make is using reading and grammar methods to practice speaking. You need speaking-based learning methods. These are designed to train your brain, mouth, and ears to work together. There are actually a lot of them. We have audio journaling, role-playing, etc. Today, let's start with one popular technique called shadowing. All you need to do is choose a short video, maybe from a movie or a podcast. Listen to one sentence, pause, and then repeat it exactly. Same speed, same tone, same rhythm. For example, you hear, "I'm starving, let's grab some noodles." Then you repeat, exactly like so. "I'm starving, let's grab some noodles." Let's try it again with me. "I'm starving, let's grab some noodles." You can listen and repeat again and again until you are satisfied. These methods improve pronunciation, fluency, and muscle memory much faster than passive learning. Tip number 5. Speak first, even if it's not perfect. This might not sound like a technique, but it's one of the most important tips I can give you. Many English learners wait till they've mastered grammar, pronunciation, or vocabulary before they speak. Of course, it's good to know the basics and correct yourself over time, but if you wait until you have perfect English, you'll never start, because there's always something more to learn. Imagine this. You're preparing for a family dinner, and you want to say, "I'm going to the supermarket to buy vegetables." But you forget the words supermarket and vegetables. Just say, "I go to food shop, buy food like cucumber or spinach." People will understand and you'll feel more confident next time. Even native speakers make mistakes all the time. The key is they keep speaking. Your goal is not to speak perfectly, it's to be understood. That's how real communication begins, and that's how you improve. In the end, remember this. If you can understand English, that already means you've come a long way. Not speaking fluently yet doesn't mean you're bad at languages. It simply means you need more time, more speaking practice, and a bit more kindness to yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If this video gave you a helpful push, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, speak bravely. You've got this.